to handle first, Ms. Yanabis?
Mr. Sontag.
I have Sean Johnson on the phone apparently. Oh, and I have other people coming in. You can come up. I'm just letting her know who I have on the phone. Whose telephone number is 715-997-7405?
That is mine.
And
Shania
who is mine?
Rogers.
It's who?
Shania Rogers.
Okay, Miss Rogers. And I have Matthew Jacobowski.
Present.
Jacobowski. Okay. All right. We will go on the record in the matters 13 CF 92, 13 CF 111, 13 CF 136, 15 CF 30, 15 CF 182. State of Wisconsin versus Eugene Sangate. The state appears, is the state appearing or just sitting for the ride?
I'm just here for Shania Rogers.
All right, so we do have Assistant District Attorney Jose Vila here. We do have the Department of Corrections Agent Gretchen Anibis present. Mr. Sangate appears in person without counsel. This is a restitution probation review hearing. Ms. Anibis, I do have information that you have filed, but for the record, please update the court on the record, and then we will go from there. Tell the court what you are asking of the court or looking for, and then I will have some questions with Mr. Sangate.
Mr. Sante is currently residing in Duluth. He is at a sober living facility. He has been in treatment for the past 6 months, whether it would be a halfway house. He has an outstanding balance of $52,241.49. And the last made payment for him was on April 3rd of $10 that have not been distributed. I am asking in regards to the money he owes at least $300 per month. I would like to note that he was required to fill out a budget worksheet. However, it was very inconsistent to his monthly expenses to what he is supposed to bring in.
All right, and he's on extended supervision at this time?
Yes, yeah.
What is the length of time of this extended supervision?
He will be discharging in October 29th, 2037.
2037?
2037.
All right, so Mr. Sangate, you're gonna have plenty of time to get to know me and me to get to know you.
Yeah, this is the first time I've sat in front of you.
I know. I have read your entire case file.
Yep.
And so I am aware of the situation. First and foremost, I do want to say, I'm proud of you for making the step to go into treatment. How long have you been sober?
Right around, since I went there, I think it's a little over 200 days.
200 days?
Yeah, I'm going on a year.
Almost a year.
I've been out of prison for going on a year now. I had a slip up.
What happens?
Oh yeah.
As long as you pick yourself back up and you
Yep.
put yourself back on that path.
I got myself away from Danbury. It's too much trouble there for me.
Oh, I understand.
I moved, started a whole new life up in Duluth. And I'm
Change your
trying.
environment, change
New
your
environment, yep,
cohorts,
new
change
environment,
your
yep, totally
situation.
clean slate, totally start over. I had a couple jobs up there, but they're factory jobs, and I have issues with my hands. I've been seeing a hand specialist and stuff like that, but I do have a job interview tomorrow. It almost looks positive that I'll get this landscaping job.
And you think you're gonna be able to do that with your hands?
I'm hoping. I mean, I have to do something. I mean, I can't just sit around and do nothing. I mean, it's the factory job that I was just at required me to do a lot of actual physical labor with my hands. I guess any job does.
It does, but I mean, it's positive to hear that you want to do something that'll get you outside and it'll get you moving. And
Yep.
usually when you move it, even if you have issues, it starts to work better.
Yeah,
But doing factory jobs, I can see that that's a little bit more
Yep.
tedious.
Yep.
Okay, so you're on extended supervision. That means that there could be a potential that you could be revoked. I mean, or I can have you sit some additional time in jail. I
Yep.
don't want to do that. I
Yeah.
want you to, you're on a good path right now, 200 days sober. I want you to continue down that path, but
Yeah.
I need to make sure that the victims are going to be paid back as best as they can, or as much as I can see and you can see. That's
Yep.
part of your whole rehabilitation
Yep.
process.
Yep.
And I'm sure you're doing the 12 steps.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we were required to do that even in the halfway house. I make, I make AA and NA meetings 3 times a week, which was required for us. And I'd also do some other stuff, work with my sponsor. Life is hard, I mean, especially coming out as, after almost a dozen years.
I can understand that. Do we have victims here with this case? That's my knowledge. All right, thank you. Okay, so how much an hour would you be paid for the landscaping job?
I think the scale rate went from 20 to 25.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. And then if they want it in the winter time, if they said I'm gonna be a plow driver, 30. So like I
Lot more
said,
snow up there to plow.
yeah. The weather's different up there. But anyways, like I said, I've been doing what I can. I paid the last 3 months $10. I mean, it's not a lot, but I mean, I paid a good chunk of it while I was in prison. I paid, 10 grand or more. I was at 68,000. I think I got it down to 52 and some change, whatever. Me and Gretchen just talked about that earlier.
Okay, and I do understand your situation, and I especially understand that you're trying to build your new life. We have to start getting more consistent payments. And this landscaping job does sound like it could be a positive thing, and it
Yeah.
looks like it could be coming to fruition. So I am gonna order that you have the $300 per month payments.
Okay.
At this time, I'm not going to do an order that says, well, if you don't make all your payments and do this,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you sit 10 days in jail or something like that.
Yeah.
But that could happen.
Mhm.
And I'm probably gonna see you sooner than my next restitution court, because that's not until October, because I'm
Yeah.
gonna wanna see how you're doing because
Yeah.
once you get the landscaping job, you should be getting more money. And then I'm gonna wanna know, well, what do you pay for your rent? What do you pay for your food?
I had it all down with her. Right now I pay $700.
So, but I thought you said that he's not doing that monthly budget thing.
I sent the whole monthly budget.
No,
into her.
he did.
did?
However, yeah.
Okay.
However, due to the amount that he has reported of bringing in only a per cap check and him paying $700 in rent does not line up.
Yeah.
No, so, okay,
The tribe is helping me with some of that.
700 for a halfway house?
Yep.
Wowza.
Right now I'm in the middle of talking to my probation agent up there. I'm dating a girl with, and she's got some acreage up there, and I do have a camper, and we're thinking about me getting out of the halfway house and living there. And like I said, I started a new family up there, I mean, I have,
I'm very glad to hear that. And I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but is she sober?
oh yeah, yep,
Does she drink alcohol?
no, she used to,
And she's completely sober
completely
of
sober,
all substances?
all substances. Yep.
And does she have a job?
She doesn't know, she just recently got her kids back.
Okay.
So, I mean, things are progressing for her too.
Does she own that house?
Yeah, I think she owns that house. Yeah, pretty sure she does.
Things are going positive. Okay, so I am gonna order right now $300 per month. Hopefully you get that landscaping job, and then we'll go. I'm gonna have a hearing a little bit sooner, like I said, probably, I'm gonna think about June, all
Okay.
right?
So I just got one question. If
Yes.
tomorrow, if I get that landscaping job and stuff like that, and I can afford even, $150. I mean, is that gonna be sufficient enough that I'm trying to make, or do I have to make that 300? I mean,
Well, I'm gonna give you a little leeway at first,
Okay.
because I want you to get the landscaping job and I want you to
Yep.
get some of your budget taken care of. And that's why I'm scheduling something in June,
Okay.
okay? Because then I want to know
Yep.
where you are and
Yep.
where things
Yep.
are. And so June 15th at 1:45, and you'll get a court notice.
Okay,
But June 15th at 1:45, that gives a couple months. And then we'll see where you are with your landscaping. We'll see if you've had a change in
Yeah,
your
yeah.
monthly expenses and
yeah,
those
yeah,
kinds of things. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not giving you permission or authority to pay $150.
Yeah,
But I
no.
understand if that's all you can do right away,
yep.
then and I'll just address it at the next time,
Yep.
okay?
Okay,
But it is $300
Yep.
a month right now.
Yep.
And then we'll go from there and we'll see. And I suppose, you've probably heard, sometimes it can be a little hard if you're not doing what you need to
yeah,
do.
of course. of course.
And so I want you to get to the place, because I'm gonna tell you, somebody told me your nickname was Ducky.
Yep, yep.
And so, I don't know if that's a positive thing for you or a negative thing for you.
I don't go by that up there.
Well, good, then you're a totally different man,
Yeah, yeah,
right? And
yeah.
that's what I was gonna say. I want you to be a totally different man, because the Eugene Sangate
Yeah.
that was 15 years ago
Yeah.
is a totally different man than the Eugene Sangate in front of me today.
Yeah,
So let's
yeah.
continue to build that man
Okay.
and let's make
Yeah.
him great and better.
Yep.
Okay.
I left that old person back in prison.
All right, I'm glad to hear that. So, start making a bigger payment and a big chunk of
I will be
payment.
getting, I know, and I mean, this is a year and a half from now, but I will be getting my 53 right now, so I'll be getting my elderly pay from the tribe, and that's $800 a month. So I know that I'll be able to, that's a year and a half away, but I
Soon
mean.
things will get better,
Yep. Oh, yeah, of course.
and you're still gonna wanna work if you can and then make more money and
Yeah,
do
of
those
course.
kinds of
Yep.
things.
I got,
So,
I still got, yeah.
all
but-
right, come and
yeah.
get your notice and then
Okay.
we'll see you in June.
Okay.
All right, I'll do Shania right now. Mr. Sangate, I didn't know you back then. I know you now, but again, I read your whole file. I'm proud of you
Yeah.
for where you are here today and what you're doing.
Yeah, it's been a long road.
But you're doing great.
Yeah, trying to do the best I can. Oh, done. Okay. Anyone? Yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah. Thanks, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Sangate. All right, we will go on the record in the matter 24 CM 176, State of Wisconsin versus Shania Rogers. Appearances are, we have Ms. Rogers appearing by telephone conference with approval of the court. You can unmute now. I muted you because there was background noise. We have Department of Corrections Agent Gretchen Anibis in person. We have Assistant District Attorney Jose Vila in person. We're set today in this matter for a restitution probation review hearing. I know that the department did ask to have this removed, that she has been making payments or she's paid off all of her restitution. There's also significant court costs and fees. I just want to know how much is still owed on all of the things.
In regards to the total amount for the court costs, I do not have that in front of me. However, she has been making consistent payments with restitution. There also was a hiccup with her last payment of restitution, not for last month or this month. She just was hoping to have it before court today, and that did not happen.
Okay, but so she's been making consistent payments. You just don't know how much is completely owed in restitution still, as well as court costs and fees?
Just court costs and fees. In total restitution, she only has $221.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that. And I know that I think there's $643 or something that is in court costs and fees that was ordered. Need to get to that. That sound familiar? It does. $663.35 that I see is owed in court costs and fees. I do want to see that be paid down as well. I believe she's set to discharge January of 2027. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Rogers, I want to applaud you for making your payments and getting your restitution paid off. That is, or close to being paid off. That is my number one thing that I look at. Court costs and fees is my second priority. I'm going to set a hearing right now, but in September, it's going to give you some time. I'm going to tell you right now on the record, Ms. Rogers, that I'm going to set this hearing. If you have all of your court costs and fees and restitution paid off at any time from now until January, I'm okay, Ms. Annabis, for her to discharge early, even if it's earlier than what the DOC would like or says, because it has to be half time or half of it. But I'm stating right now, if she pays off everything, I don't care if she discharges tomorrow. But I do have to continue to see if all fees are going to be paid, including the court costs and fees. So I'm going to schedule you for September 8th at 9:15, September 8th at 9:15. But again, if you've paid off every cost that you owe, it's in Ms. Annabis's and her superior's discretion, but I'm okay if you discharge early. Okay, Ms. Rogers?
Okay, yes, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. So you're here, Mr. Vila?
Just need to see how this went, that's all.
Okay. All right. All right. Then is there anything further? Then we're adjourned. Thank you, Ms. Rogers.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yep.
Who next? I have Mr. Sean Johnson and I have Matthew Jacobowski on video capability. Let's do Mr. Jacobowski first, since we'll just do Jacob and then Sean and. Okay, do I have, oh, that's who I thought it was for. Are all parties here for? Who here also has court? Please raise your hand. Who are you? Oh, yep. Sarah, and are you here for court? Okay, oh, great, thank you. All right, we will go on the record in the matter 23 CF 200, State of Wisconsin versus Matthew Jacobowski. The state appears through DOC, Department of Corrections Agent Gretchen Annabis. Mr. Jacob in person, Mr. Jacobowski appears by video conferencing with approval of the court. We're set here today in this matter for a restitution probation review hearing. Ms. Annabis, please update the court on the record as to the situation and what DOC is requesting.
Mr. Jacobowski is still residing in Minnesota. I was able to speak with him a few weeks ago and said he was still working on employment. Most recently, I did just speak to his agent, and it sounds like he does now have stable residence. At the previous court review hearing, it was requested from the courts he pay $100. Just due to him not having a job, he continues to struggle making that payment. It also sounds like he has struggled with some substance use with his term of supervision in Minnesota. However, there is no violations report that have been sent to me. The last I known from his agent, he is still unemployed. With the recommendation, I was going to go with the court's recommendation of continue with the $100 a month, and if unable to do so, to impose the 5 days conditional jail.
All right, okay. Mr. Jacobowski, you've heard what Ms. Annabis has said and that you were ordered to pay $100 a month and that hasn't been happening.
I thought it was $25. Is what my budget was made out to be.
Well, the court doesn't care about your budget, unfortunately.
And
I care about what is ordered, and you are ordered from, on your judgment of conviction, condition comment number 2, the defendant must make payments of $100 per month to the DOC, Department of Corrections. Again, I look at your budget, but honestly, restitution, it doesn't matter if it hurts you, because that's a sentence, and that's part of the punishment, and that's part of making a victim whole. And so the courts say that the court can do that. My higher courts say that I can do that. And
Yep.
I need to try and make the victims whole. So why aren't you able to make the full payment of restitution?
I'm just currently on,
I need you to talk right into the phone because it's being muffled.
I'm just currently on general assistance only, and I still gotta pay rent at where I live, and then I have home bill and everything, you know? So money's just tight right now. But I should be able to have it paid off probably in about 3 months tops.
The
Should be
whole
able to-
$833?
Yes, yes, the restitution. I wrote an
Okay.
email. I wrote an email to something. Said to somebody. I gotta go. I gotta follow up with it yet. But other than that, I should be able to probably have it paid off within 3 months, hopefully.
Okay, well, I would be fine.
Now here, the real pressure of the case begins. Judge Mogen is making it clear that budget excuses have their place, but restitution is the priority for the court. When both victim payback and probation are on the line, every missed payment is not just a delay, it becomes a danger signal.
Fine with that, but you are gonna also have court costs and fees that need to be paid. And I quite honestly can't remember if I assessed the whole amount. I did not. I gave you a break, I think. Well, no, 163.85. So it'd be 443, I think.
Says like on the website, it says like 800 and something and 800 and something. So I don't know. I was kind of confused.
Is 643 in restitution or just in the court? All right, okay, yep.
And I made 2 payments, 25 and then 50, because I was all I could really afford for the month. And now I know that it's $100. I'll try to step it up, or I will step it up.
Yes, please do, because what the court, I'm looking at your plea and sentencing from February 20th of 2025. The court was lenient and it waived some court costs and fees. But there's $643 in court costs and fees that must be paid on top of the restitution. And the restitution amount that's still owing is $833. So that's almost $1,500. Right now, my focus is mainly on that restitution, and we can get to the court costs and fees. But unless I'm seeing the good faith effort that you're continuing to try and pay off restitution and the court costs and fees, I will extend you another year on probation. I don't want to do that. If you can pay off all of the amount, all of the restitution, all of the court costs and fees, I would be fine if you discharge early if DOC approves. Because the number one thing for me is making sure that the victims are whole and that the state can continue to run and function, which that's why we have court costs and fees. The court.
Listen to this. The judge imposed 5 days of jail, but has stayed it for now. This means the warning has officially been issued. If payments do not come in properly, this case can flip from paperwork straight into custody mode. If you were here, would you call this fair or harsh?
Court is going to find that you have failed to meet your conditions of probation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to order 5 days in jail, but I'm staying that. You don't have to sit it right now. You don't have to sit it if you start making it at minimum your $100 payments. If you can pay it off in a few months, that would be excellent and great. You get me off your back, you get Miss Annabis off your back, and you get to go on with your life.
Yep. Okay.
Are you still on Grant Street, apartment 1002 in Minneapolis?
Yes, ma'am.
Telephone ends in 3531.
No, it's actually 763-358-4711. Again,
Thank you.
763-358-4711.
Excellent, thank you. Because the sooner you pay off all of the court costs and fees and the restitution, really seriously, you get me off your back. You don't have to worry about warrants. You don't have to worry about revocation. You don't have to worry about me sending you in jail for not paying.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Yep. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. I'm not going to set another restitution hearing. You're just going to see if he is making those monthly payments. If he's not, then you'll just let the court know. I'll lift the stay, and then you'll be, if you don't report to jail, a warrant would be issued. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. Bye.
We are adjourned. Mr. Johnson, can you hear me?
Yes.
We will go on the record in the matter 20 CF 184, State of Wisconsin versus Sean Johnson. The state appears through Department of Correction Agent Gretchen Annabis in person. We have Sean Johnson appearing by video conferencing capability with approval of the court. I am going to need you to show your face because this is a hearing that the court required in person, but due to circumstances, I did then approve you to appear by video just for today. Ms. Annabis, please update the court on the record and inform the court what DOC is seeking.
Mr. Johnson appears to be doing well over in Minnesota. From being on extended supervision, he has made a total of 3 payments. He has completed a budget worksheet requested by the department. It does appear that he does make very good money. There has been no violations. He did have hiccup in work just due to an injury at work. The remaining balance of restitution is $9,115.61. With him completing his budget worksheet and due to the amount and his discharge date, the department would be requesting a minimum rate of $150.
All right, Mr. Johnson, from the worksheet and the budget, it appears that you should be able to afford $150 or more, which that is, I'm glad to hear that. Is there a reason why you haven't been making your monthly payments?
We had staffing issues at work towards the end of last year, and then it was adjusting to life after prison. But I can pay it. It's a little work slow right now, and I hurt my back.
All right, but you can at least afford the $150 right now?
Yeah.
Okay, and so what I'm going to do is, when were you released from prison?
I think a little, not that November of, I think
24.
When?
November 7th of 24.
Of 24. Okay, so it's been a year. So yeah, getting back in, but you should be back in the saddle again with life. So $150 a month right now.
Final takeaway. Judge Mogen gave both defendants a clear message. Pay consistently, follow supervision, and do not give the court a reason to lift the stay. The rule of this courtroom was simple: show effort, or jail is on the table. Like, share, comment, and subscribe for more courtroom breakdowns.
If you fail to pay your $150 a month, the court is going to order that you have 5 days of jail. I'm going to impose that, but I'm staying it right now just to make sure that you make your payments. If you don't make your payments, then Ms. Annabis will let the court know. I will remove the stay, and either a warrant will be issued or you will be informed that you must report to jail to serve your 5 days. If you don't, a warrant will be issued for your arrest, and then you could get additional potential charges for failing to turn yourself in for the jail. Anything that you want to let me know or anything further, Mr. Johnson?
Is there any way we could fluctuate it for winter months because work's a bit slower? The season will
That is something, correct. We can address that at some other time, and because you hit the nail right on the head. I'm probably going to increase it for summer months, but right now I'm giving you an opportunity to show me that you at least will start paying the $150 a month, And then quite honestly, this summer, I'm probably gonna have another hearing with you to see if you are making more money, if, you know, and your living expenses, those kinds of things, because as in the winter months, things slow down and you wouldn't be able to make that high of a payment. In summer months, it should increase. You know, it should do the reverse. It should increase and you should be able to pay more than the $150. But we'll start right now. It's April and Ms. Anibis will keep an eye on your payments and we'll update the court. And if we need to have another hearing here soon, we will, or I'll issue the warrant if I'm lifting the stay. Are you still on Morton Street, unit number 4?
Yes,
Telephone ends in 1701.
yes.
All right, thank you. Anything further, Ms. Anibis?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Then we are adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.